If rising prices hurt seemingly everyone, why can't they just stay the same? Why can't inflation be zero? The first reason inflation can't stay at zero is because governments and their central banks don't want it to. Lots of countries actively pursue what is called an inflation target.
In the US right now, it's about 2%. In fact, that's the number that's used by most central banks across the world. But the truth of it is, that's a pretty arbitrary number.
The goal is what economists consider a virtuous cycle. Here's what that looks like. In times when prices are generally rising, people tend to expect them to rise further. And that actually encourages people to spend money now on big, durable purchases like cars or appliances in order to avoid having to pay more for the same thing later. And the stuff we need to buy no matter what, goods like food or clothing, gets more expensive too, which requires us to spend more. Either way, companies make more money, which means more people have jobs and more of their own money to spend. And that means more demand and therefore higher prices. So the cycle continues. But this bit of the cycle is crucial to its virtue. It's okay if prices rise so long as wages rise too. You'll still be able to afford the same goods if your wages keep pace with inflation. Emphasis on the if. In the US, for 2 years, wage growth lagged behind inflation. That trend has reversed, starting in mid-2023.
Wages, especially at the bottom, have kept up with inflation. In fact, in many cases, surpassed inflation. And that is a good thing. That also, we have to remember, wages in this country are rock bottom and have been for way, way too long, right? So wage growth rising, good. Are wages high enough? No.
And a disruption at any point in this loop can lead to the kind of high inflation we've experienced over the past few years, when supply chain interruptions created product shortages, and some companies artificially drove up prices to increase their profits, which, along with some other causes, effectively turned this virtuous cycle into a vicious one.